Hi, in this video I'll help you get to know your car a little better. At the end of this video I've put together a straightforward infographic that summarizes all the key points. Like, subscribe and comment below. It really helps.
Okay, so picture this. You hop in your car, turn the key, and bam! Your dashboard just lights up like a Christmas tree. The check engine light's blaring, the car's running rough, and you're just sitting there thinking, what in the world is going on? And does this look familiar? You do what we all do, right? You grab your trusty code reader, plug it in, and you get this laundry list of random faults. An injector fault here, a fuel pressure sensor there. You might even get a lean code thrown in for fun. And you're thinking, no way. There's no way all these parts failed at the exact same time. And you know what? You'd be absolutely right. So, okay, if it's not the fuel pump, and it's not a whole bunch of bad sensors deciding to quit on the same day, what on earth could it be? The truth is, those codes, they aren't lying to you, but they are pointing to a single, hidden culprit that's causing all this chaos. This isn't a parts problem at all. It's a symptom of something way bigger. All right, this is where we get to play detective. When you lay all these codes out, a really clear pattern starts to show up. We've got multiple injector circuit faults, we've got sensor circuits showing low input. Now, in mechanic speak, that's just a fancy way of saying there's a short to ground. Electricity is literally leaking out of the wire and going somewhere it shouldn't. This isn't random, folks. This is a huge clue. So let's break down what these clues are telling us. We've got totally different types of parts, injectors, sensors, all failing in the exact same way, an electrical short. And get this, it's only in the fuel system. Nothing about ignition, no camshaft sensor codes, nothing. That's the key right there. The problem isn't the parts themselves. It's got to be the wiring that they all share. Okay, let's rule out the usual suspects, one by one. A bad fuel pump? Nah, that gives you low pressure, not these specific electrical faults. What about a failing fuel pump driver module, the FPDM? Well, that would probably mess with all the injectors, not just a random few. And the chances of 3 or 4 totally separate parts all dying at the exact same moment, it's practically impossible. All the evidence is screaming that there's one single thing causing this widespread mess. And here it is, the big reveal. The culprit is water. Yep, simple, destructive H2O that has gotten into your engine's main wiring harness. See, water is conductive, so when it soaks a whole bundle of wires, it creates these little bridges for electricity to escape and short right to the metal frame of your car. And that is exactly why you're seeing all those short to ground and low input codes popping up all over the place. Okay, so where do you actually find the evidence? Time to put that detective hat back on. Pop the hood and open up that main fuse box. Are you seeing any of that crusty white or green corrosion, or maybe a little water line? Then trace the main wiring harness, especially where it runs near the bottom of your windshield. Leaves and gunk can clog up the drains there, and that's a super common way for water to get in. And on some trucks and cars, like Ford F-150s, the computer itself is right in the splash zone. So, what's your immediate game plan? Well, first things first, it's all about a visual inspection. You're looking for any sign of moisture, corrosion, that green stuff. If you find it, step 2 is confirming with an electrical test. A good mechanic will unplug the main computer and check those specific wires for a direct short to ground. And once it's confirmed, step 3 is the emergency first aid. Disconnect that battery and very carefully start drying everything out. But, and this is a big but, you have to act fast. I'm not kidding. This is a ticking clock. This timeline here shows you exactly what I mean. Right now, okay, you've just got some weird sensor faults, but leave that water in there for just a week, and that constant shorting can start to burn out the tiny, delicate circuits inside your car's main computer, the PCM. You wait a couple of weeks, and the corrosion could literally eat through the wires themselves, meaning you need a whole new harness. In a month, you're almost certainly looking at a completely fried computer, and that is one of the most expensive parts on your entire car. Now, if you catch this the day it happens, you might just get lucky. Best case scenario? We're talking maybe $300. That's a couple hours of shop time to find the leak and dry everything out. But if you wait even a few days, well, now it's a different story. You're probably looking at over $1,000. A tech is going to have to spend real time cutting out corroded wires, splicing in new sections, and maybe replacing a sensor or two that got damaged in the process. And this is the number that should really get your attention. $4,000, or even more. This is the worst case scenario. This is when the water has totally wrecked the wiring harness and fried the main computer. You see the difference? The gap between a $300 fix and a $4,000 catastrophe is just a matter of time. So what do you do right now, today? First, just stop. Do not drive the car. You're risking way more damage, maybe even an electrical fire. Disconnect the battery. Just stop the electricity from flowing. Then call a tow truck. And here's the most important part. When that car gets to the shop, you need to take charge of the conversation. This right here, this is your superpower. You walk into that shop, you look the service advisor in the eye, and you say this, or something really close to it. By explaining the pattern and suggesting the cause, water intrusion, you are steering the mechanic away from just throwing parts at the problem. You're telling them to find the root cause first. This one sentence could literally save you thousands of dollars. And this is the correct way to fix it. This is the priority list. You don't replace a fuel injector when the wire that controls it is sitting in a puddle of water, right? You find and you fix the leak first. Then you dry and repair the wiring. And only after all that is done do you test the individual parts. Chances are, a lot of them are perfectly fine. So if there is one single thing you take away from all this, please let it be this. This is not a parts problem. It's a water problem. Those error codes aren't a shopping list for new sensors. They are a giant flashing red light telling you there is water somewhere it does not belong. You fix the water, you fix the car. So in the end, it really comes down to a simple choice, doesn't it? A $300 fix today or a $4,000 nightmare next month. The clock is ticking. You know what the problem is, and now you know exactly what to do about it.